Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, we'd like to discuss Polkadot, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming hours and days. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter. Down below in the description, below social and info, you will be able to see the link towards my Twitter. So it will be highly appreciated if you could follow me there as well. And you will be kept up to date as well about developments on different charts that I do not discuss during my videos. So thank you very much for doing so, and let's get started right away on crypto.com. So what I already opened up is the 1 hourly time frame, and what you can clearly see is that I already placed a fixed range volume profile to see where the most amount of volume has been traded. And as well, what I think is quite interesting to see is that we are actually breaking down below this ascending support zone on the 1 hourly time frame. So this is actually confirming that we are actually going to see a movement towards the downside, or perhaps that we are going to find a stronghold where we are currently trading at, especially because we have already seen this minor move towards the downside. And I personally think that it is actually likely that we're going to hold strong due to a few certain facts. So let's get started on the fixed range volume profile. Well, what you can clearly see is that the most amount of volume has been traded at this point in time at approximately $28.22. You can clearly see that it was a major level of resistance below, but it has been as well a major stronghold of support on top. Clearly that is for me absolutely important, and therefore if we are going to see movement towards the upside getting started, you have to take into consideration that $28.22 is a major stronghold of support and resistance in the immediate short term, and that we might get rejected once we reach that zone. So this being said, I do have also a volume profile set on the 4 hourly time frame. This volume profile is from swing low towards swing high from the 19th of July all the way towards the 4th of November. So therefore we can clearly see where we have seen the most amount of volume traded, and that is clearly at approximately $28.22. So this is actually confirming that the $22.22 is actually the most amount of volume, and as well right now the biggest resistance above us. And once we break out above it, once we break out above the $28.22, it will clearly become a level of support, but we have to find that movement towards the upside before we are able to find support on top of this range. So clearly right now it's serving as a level of resistance. Well, this being said, I would like to head right away why I personally think that we won't be seeing a further breakdown below, especially because if you take a quick look at where we are currently trading at, we are a little bit below the 0.618 Fibonacci at $27.58. And what I think is quite important is that if you take into consideration previous levels, you can clearly see that we did actually see major strongholds being found where we are currently trading at. Especially if I place a line, you can clearly see that we did see resistance underneath, and as well multiple times support on top of this range. So therefore I am actually convinced that we are actually going to find a stronghold on top of this level. Especially as we take even further back a look, you can clearly see that we did see resistance underneath, support on top, and well, it's clearly showing me that this is a major stronghold. And I personally think that we are actually right now very likely going to see a trend reversal on Polkadot, because if we do see further decline, for example below this range heading towards the $20.20, it is very likely that we're going to see even more decline due to the fact that we haven't traded that much below the $20 in the immediate short term. So therefore if we are going to find a stronghold further down below, the $20 range is for me personally the level you have to take into consideration. But what I would like to see right now is a stronghold getting found on top of the $25.95. So that is for sure absolutely important. And what I think is good to know is that if we trade right now in between these two ranges of $25 and $28.22, eventually we will actually accumulate for long enough to see a major move to the upside getting started. So that is something you have to take into consideration. This video is mostly about support and resistance levels due to the fact that we are not seeing any type of pattern, and I think it is actually very important to know where the support and resistance levels are if you are right now actually trading this cryptocurrency. So for example, if you are right now willing to purchase Polkadot, you have to take into consideration that if we see further decline towards the $20.20, it is for sure a level where we could find a stronghold. So therefore purchasing at the $20.20 is for sure a opportunity. But if we do actually hold strong on top of the level where we are currently trading at, I personally think that this is actually a great range to purchase even more Polkadot, and therefore I will be actually doing so on both scenarios. So I will be purchasing Polkadot right now, but as well if we reach even further down towards the $20 level. Lastly, during this video I would like to discuss the EMA ribbon, and what I would like to show you is where the levels of support and resistance are on the 4-hourly, daily and 1-hourly time frame. You can clearly see that on the 4-hourly time frame we are actually experiencing resistance by the EMA ribbon on top of us, clearly aligned with this descending resistance that has seen multiple touch points down below, where we have to break out above if we would like to see a trend reversal getting started. What do I mean by this? If we do see a breakout above it, find support on top of it, it is likely that we're going to see movement towards the upside. Otherwise, if we head towards this direction and see a rejection taking place, heading towards the $20 is for sure a possibility. So this being said, on the 4-hourly time frame, yeah, clearly aligned with the 0.618 at $27.58, we are seeing a major stronghold of resistance. Therefore the EMA ribbon is as well there, and it will be very difficult level to break out above if we would like to see movement towards the upside getting started on the upcoming minutes and days. On the daily time frame, what you can clearly see is that the EMA ribbon is way further above us. It is approximately $32.58. So if we are going to expect a trend reversal during the upcoming 24 to 48 hours, it is actually likely that we're going to see a stronghold getting found on top of the $28.22. And if we would like to see further continuation towards the upside, keep in mind that once we reach the $32.12, it is likely that we're going to get rejected and head straight back down towards a support being found on top of the $28.22 level. Lastly, on the 1-hourly time frame, what you can see is that we are as well experiencing resistance underneath the EMA ribbon, and therefore right now I think, as I said previously, it is more importantly to monitor if we are going to hold strong on top of the $25.95 range, instead of wondering if we are going to see a trend reversal getting started, because what I said previously, the best option for Polkadot right now would be actually accumulated in between these two levels and eventually seeing a major move towards the upside getting started. Otherwise, it is very likely that once we reach the descending resistance once more, we will get rejected, heading straight back down towards the $20 level. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this content as well, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So thank you very much already and have a nice day.